Well, hello there, my dear, wonderful, beautiful friends. Welcome back to the Red Room with me, MG. Today I'm really excited because we're going to bring you a brand new album. It's called OMG, and for a change, I appear on the front cover, looking a bit Doctor Strangey, and there's a big O being made out of sparklers in the air in front of me. So OMG. Clever, isn't it? Anyway, so it's all brand new, fresh material. Everything I've been doing up until now has been kind of retrospective, going through what I did in 23 and 24. So this is the first album of 2025, and it's the first time I'm doing a live walkthrough of some brand new material. Just came out on Spotify last week, so really excited to walk through it. There's a lot of what I consider to be really good songs. I keep thinking I'm going to run out of ideas, and then I go and surprise myself every time. There's some stuff on here that really quite took me by surprise, because I thought the well was empty. And there's a lot of really personal stuff in here. Some beautiful heavy stuff. I've got another duet with the incredible Yindi. Thomas, again, my German friend, makes an appearance in the second track. So without further ado, let's take a listen, see what you think. Okay, my friends, here we are, OMG, the brand new album. The first song is called Rolling in the Tide. I'm particularly proud of this one. It's very grungy and just right up my street, my kind of stuff that I really love doing. Some great riffs and some nice screaming and stuff in it. And the concept for the song is basically just about like someone who's caught in the tide, and they're just rolling in the tide and getting washed up on the beach and then dragged back out to sea and pushed back in. And it's just a metaphor for going through a repetitive cycle of crap in your life and being stuck and feel like you're drowning. So right, let's take a little listen to Rolling in the Tide. There we go, Rolling in the Tide. It's a cracking riff, I really like that one. Very proud of it. It's always weird when you do a song like that, it's got a really good riff and you forget that you came up with it. And it just sounds like somebody else has done it now. And I'm like, I never wrote that. But it did, it comes out of this massive gooey thing in my head called the brain. It's weird that that thing can make this stuff. It always strikes me as bizarre. Anyway, I'm rambling again. Let's move on to track 2, which is lovingly titled Fuck That Shit. And it's just a mic drop of a song. It's a fuck this shit mic drop. Fucking let's get out of here. Had enough of this pish. I love that word, pish. Nice Scottish word. Do you mean urine? Or urine? Yeah, so I was wanting to write a song that would fit into like Instagram videos or something where something fucking awful happens, like someone walking along and falls and smacks their nuts on a bar or something, and then just as they're sliding off, fuck that shit comes on, just for a split second, on the off chance it might go viral, because you've got to fucking try every single angle in this day and age. Anyway, so if you want to use this song, if you've got a video that works for you in that way, please feel free to use fuck that shit, and this is it. And then it just continues to do more of the same. Big thank you to my friend Thomas for doing some shredding on this song as well, sounding as brilliant as he always does. Yeah, a lot of fun. Anyway, next song is called In My Arms. Now, those of you who've actually been paying attention, which is most of you I'd assume, because this stuff is so fucking entertaining, will know the song In My Arms already, because I've got YouTube videos where I do an expose of how I write songs, and this is the song that I wrote as an example to it, and I think it's catchy as fuck. It's just, maybe it's just a stroke of luck that the camera happened to be on whilst I was making and producing this song, but it was a lot of fun to make. And I think the end product sounds really good. So let's take a listen to In My Arms. There we go, In My Arms. Like I say, go and watch the YouTube video if you want to hear that song being written. Track 4 is called The Biggest Moon in the World. Now, what the flying fuck are you talking about, Michael? Basically, this is a moment of my childhood that always stood out in my head because it talks to kind of childhood innocence and their views on things. It was basically me and my little sister, who's a couple of years younger than me. I was maybe about 4 or 5, so she'd have been quite 3 or something, quite tiny. And we had this bedroom that we shared, bunk beds, and everything was painted white. I think that was just a cheap way of doing things back then. My dad had built these cupboards, filled one length of the wall, and everything was painted white. And in a moment of childhood bliss, I had a purple crayon and we were drawing stuff and decided to draw on the wall. And we were drawing a circle, and then I'd hand the crayon to my sister and she'd do a bigger circle. We were trying to draw the biggest moon. And I thought, lateral thinking, even at that age, I got the crayon and I went around the entire room like this, horizontally, to make one big, what was in my head, a circle, was actually obviously a rectangle, to draw the biggest moon in the world. Can you imagine the delight when my mum came in and went, "What the fuck?" It's just this one great big purple crayon line around the room. And I just think it's lovely. Childhood innocence. She's going, "What? It's the biggest moon in the world. Fucking whack." She didn't, but I think we got in serious shit that day. Like the time I smashed the window and claimed a big boy did it and ran away. We're 4 floors up. I threw a slipper at my sister and she opened the curtains and it went through the window, so the glass was on the outside. Aye, that was a good one. Anyway, this is the biggest moon in the world.
Home alone, I recall the days gone by, the times I like to be home. Me and myself in a moment of childhood bliss, with a crayon in my hand, I looked around the room, drew the biggest moon in the world. We had it all. We had it
There we go, all the flamenco influences in there. Sounds like a Sergio Leone soundtrack or something. I love that kind of strum thing. The kind of guitar sounds that Marco Peroni from Adam and the Ants used to get. I still love that sound. I still love Adam and the Ants more than life. They were like one of my first bands that I totally fell in love with back in 1980. Just an awesome act. So yeah, the biggest moon in the world. So sweet. The next song, Cartwheels, is another personal experience song. Now this was just the background, the story for it. I'd taken my eldest son, who's now in his late 20s. When he was a wee boy, I took him to the beach along near North Berwick, which is in Scotland, to the east of Edinburgh. Lovely beaches down that neck of the woods, and we were just dicking around on the beach and making sandcastles and all that kind of stuff. And in the distance, away up the beach, there was a girl in a white dress, and she was doing cartwheels, and I could tell that she was like really beautiful, and she was just this free spirit, and I thought, that's fucking amazing, that's perfect. If she walks past and I talk to her, she might be an arsehole. So she was just like a vision, just this beautiful thing. Obviously I never saw that again until I met my actual wife. But this girl was just like, it was poetic, there was something about it. It's just like, fucking hell, it doesn't get better than that. And then she walked by, she had a kid with her, but she was too young to have a kid that old. I think she was looking after this kid. And they kind of walked by, and I really wanted to just say hello and chat her up. But I didn't. So I thought, this moment can't be topped. And then she walked by, and then years later I heard the exact same story told by Curly, who was the old cowboy in City Slickers. Same thing, he saw this vision of a woman, and Billy Crystal's like, well, what did you do? And he's like, nothing, I just let her go, it doesn't get better than that. And they're like, you're mental, you could have been married. And he's like, yeah, it's just, it was never going to get better. It's exactly the same idea. So this is Cartwheels.
Captured in the sunlight, a picture in my mind, the sweetest thing that I have seen, a tonic for the eyes, cartwheels on the pristine beach, not a care to see, abandoned all illusions, so limitless and free, set me free. Could I be your everything? You could have been the one for me, but fate took us to somewhere else. Now you're just a beautiful memory.
There we go, Cartwheels. That kind of bit of a James Bondy kind of vibe going on. Don't know how appropriate that was for the theme of the song, but it works. I think it all works quite well. The chorus is, I love the chorus. It's gone down really well with people that follow me. So very pleased it's out there in the world. Next song is called Heaven, and it is absolute heaven to work with the incredible Yindi. Yindi, thanks again for helping out on this song. Utterly appreciate you. So it was a song I wrote. It's a boy meets girl, and I'm picturing it's just a typical American bar with a pool table in the background, and the guy's just kind of sitting at the bar having a drink, and the girl walks in and he sees her in the glass behind the bar, behind the optics, and he's like, oh shit, look at this, and the music stops kind of, and all he can see is her, and she's fairly damaged goods, so she's kind of been used and abused, but she likes to look at him, and they kind of hit it off. So this is heaven.
just passing time with my shadow. Dylan was cranking a tune, but he faded as you walked in the room and all eyes turned. I saw your tired face, not just a ghost in a mirror, no. You had the kindest eyes, and I knew that fate had brought us here. There's nothing for us to fear, 'cause baby, there's nothing that I wouldn't do. I would beat up the devil for you, and I would take a bullet or two if I could run my hands through your hair and breathe the same old air where I'd be in heaven.
There we go, heaven. Of course, it builds and builds and builds and builds, and Yindi just gets to explode with emotion. Incredible, incredible voice. Please jump on Spotify and give it a listen. Okay, the next song, Boy. Now, this is an interesting one. This gets deep into the psychology of connectivity between you and your parents, and it's something that's hardwired into your brain that you never lose. It's the oddest thing. The incident that sparked this song was years ago, like maybe 10 years ago. I was walking down the stairs in my house. It's wooden steps, and I slipped and I went rattling down the stairs and fucking bashed my arse and my back all the way to the bottom, and I lay there, and the weirdest thing happened. I cried. A grown man. I sound like an absolute fucking arsehole telling you this, but it was a deep instinctive thing way in your amygdala, in the back of your brain, the centre of your brain, that just went, cry for your mummy. If I did that, my mum would laugh at me. And it was the weirdest thing, and I kind of got up and went, what the fuck are you doing? It's not something a grown man does. It's just, it was a natural instinctive thing that happened, and it was a split second. I went, what? Fucking weird. Anyway, I just needed some inspiration for this song, and that came to me, and I went, oh, holy fuck. It was like the connection over time. I love things like connection over time, like when people do acid now and then meet people from the 60s and have conversations with them. It's like you and the wee boy I used to be. I've written songs about this before, about you've got to look out for the wee boy, because he's you. You wouldn't treat a wee boy like that, as in pouring alcohol down its throat or making it fat and unhealthy. So look after yourself, look after the wee boy or the wee girl or whatever you want to be. So this is it, this is Boy. Have a listen.
To
There we go, Boy. It's just a lovely wee tune. One of my traditionally Beatlesque kind of songs. Obviously George had a huge impact on me. It's the part of the Beatles I love the most is the George Harrison bits. He's the underrated Beatle. Because Lennon and McCartney and Harrison, if you go into Spotify, the most played Beatles song with 1.5 billion listens isn't Hey Jude, and it's not Strawberry Fields Forever, it's Here Comes the Sun, George Harrison. There you go. Love George. The next song is called Battle Scars, and it's a rocker. It's basically about a couple and the scars they're left with after all the years. Not physical scars, mental scars. But it's the guys being a bit of a dick, which is generally tends to be the case, I've found. They're the ones that go through midlife crises and have affairs and fuck off with 20-year-old girls. No, that's the least appealing thing in the world. I'm happy with my lot for sure. So this is Battle Scars. There we go, that's Battle Scars. Glue. Alright, actually the next two songs, the final two songs on the album, were written back to back in the space of about half an hour. I was the first sunny day that we had this year, which is rare in Scotland. We're actually having a heat wave. That's why I've got a bit of a tan. This never happens. If I was to look on my phone right now, it's just a row of sunshines on the weather app. And that never happens here. It's normally sun, rain. So yeah, first sunny day we had, and I'm sitting out and the wife's just sitting reading a book, and I've got my acoustic guitar, and I had an idea for a song, so I got my little phone out, dictaphone part of it, the voice memo, played that, and then I just started dicking around, and like seconds later I had the next song, which becomes Glue. And I played that and put that down. Just, that's it. And like, Glue took me, I don't know, maybe 4 hours to write, record, mix. And same for I'll Come Around. Very, very quick. I love when songs just boom, 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 because they're fresh in your brain. You're not doing it over an amount of time, so your original intentions for the song remain intact if you get them down very quickly. I'm a big advocate of writing songs like that. I think that's massively important, to just get them down as quickly as possible. So this song Glue is just about a woman. She's got a bit of a drug problem, and it's the glue that holds us together. So this is Glue.
Way down inside her, where the demons roam. Cold waterways deep is filling up her lungs. She knows she's longing for a better day. She hopes that he's the one to take it all away. She feels helpless, caught in a spider's trap. A world of chaos, red fears of this and that. She wants to scream out loud through the masking tape to penetrate the void and the veils of hate. Coming apart at the seams, bodily failure. She needs a strip of
There we go, Clue. I like the harmonies in the chorus. Very Duran Duran. I think that's where that came from. I used to love bands that do harmonies, unique harmonies that make them sound like that band. There's not many bands do it. Obviously Queen, but I think more importantly, like a band like ABBA. ABBA harmonies are a thing. You're like, only ABBA did those kind of harmonies. I've not even sort of worked out how they do them. And Duran Duran was another band. It's like, that's just a Duran Duran harmony. And that's what I deployed here in the chorus of this song. Alright, so the final song of this album is called I'll Come Around. And what I did was I detuned my acoustic for this one, because I love playing around when you detune a guitar. Now what that means is you just, it's standard tuning except for the E string, you just drop it down to a D, and then you can just bar chord and play great riffs just as a full bar. But then you get some lovely kind of fifths and sixths that you can add on. Now I think one of the most famous songs on earth that does that is Everlong by the Foo Fighters. So when you're detuned and you do that on an acoustic guitar, pretty much anything you do sounds like Everlong. So there is similarities. When it starts you go, oh, that sounds a bit like Everlong. But that wasn't intentional, it's just that's what happens in that tuning. So have a little listen.
Never meant to leave you high and dry. I didn't think that you could kiss the sky, but I was wrong, my friend. Too far gone to care. Couldn't see the things so visible. Ambitions unbelievable. I'm not quite there, my friends. Give it time, I will see the things we know. I'll come around, I'll come around, I'll come around.
There we go, I'll come around. Twice I used the expression my friend in there, which is actually a Dave Grohl thing to do. I think that just came with, oh fucking this sounds a bit Everlongy. Let's do the full homage. It's not, I don't try to rip bands off, but I do like to give the odd nod and a wink every now and then. because I love those guys, the Foos. Fucking great band. One of the best live bands I've ever seen. Always such fun. Anyway, that's the album. That's OMG. Please go and give a little listen and follow me on Spotify, because ultimately I want to be doing this for a living, and it takes people going on and generating income so that I can do that and make even more music than I already do, which would be quite hard to do, I think. But yeah, I appreciate anyone who can get on there and follow and give it a listen. Also, if you haven't already, please like and subscribe to the channel, and I promise I'm going to keep bringing you more stuff every time there's new material. We'll do a walkthrough. I'm also going to give you a few more insights into how all this stuff's created, and some tips and tricks to help you do it too. So anyway, all that remains to say is have an absolutely awesome day, my friends. Take care, and we'll see you soon. Love you all.
I'll come around.